As you know, if you've been on my channel for a while and watching my videos, you know that I'm on this whole journey of living abroad for an indefinite period of time. It's been 3 months. I want to go over what my experience has been at my first stop, which has been Accra, Ghana. So let's get into it. All right, let's do it. Let's go. My name is Jaylyn, the dancing therapist and passion coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things related to dance, to therapy, and living your best passion-filled, purpose-filled life. So welcome. Please make sure you like and subscribe, all that right over there, so that you can get notifications when my next video comes out and we can hang out together. Disclaimer, yes, I am a licensed therapist, but I'm not your licensed therapist. So nothing I say here is meant to be therapy or to replace your own relationship with a licensed mental health professional. I'm going to cover kind of like 6 main categories of what it's been like living abroad. So I'm going to talk about the movement. I got my notes. So if you see me look down, it's because I want to make sure I get everything because it's a lot. 3 months, so much has happened. I'm going to talk about like what movement has looked like while I've been living in Accra, Ghana. I'm going to talk about community, how that's looked like for me developing and being in community. Obviously, food gets its own category because it's me and I love food. And I'm going to talk about my accommodations, my favorite places, and then best for last, the dance scene. I will say just overall, when I arrived here, I was extremely burned out on every possible level. In one of my earlier videos, and I'll include the link below, I talk about some of the factors that was contributing to my burnout, but it was multiple things coming together. I've been burned out for a while, try to mitigate and do coping skills and all the things possible, but I arrived here very, very burned out. So I want to say that my experiences, just to give kind of like, an overview and set the setting for what was in place when I arrived, I spent really the first 2 weeks like eating and sleeping 80% of the time. And I also, for the rest of my time here, have been really clear about what I needed during this time. I've been to Ghana like 5 or so times in prior years. The last time was 10 years ago, so it's definitely been a while. But the other times I've come, I've traveled throughout the country. I've done sightseeing, I've done the slave castles, I've done projects, I've collaborated with people, I've taught dance, I've learned dance, I've performed, I've prepared performers, like I've done all sorts of projects over the span of those different trips. But I knew that I needed for this trip to be different. I knew that I really needed to recover, to rest, rejuvenate, what other R words? Restructure, revive. Ooh, revive was replenish. I'm on a roll. Overall, I was very clear about the what I needed during this period of time, which looks very different than what my previous trips have been. As I cover like what my experience has been, it's gonna sound a lot different than what yours could be or even what mine might be in the future, but definitely different than what it's been in the past. Okay, so first category, movement, because I knew I needed to move my body as a part of my rest. I will do, again, the separate one for dance because that deserves its own category. That takes up all the space in my life. But aside from dance, movement is really important to me. So my main categories are Pilates, the gym, and I even got into HIIT. I don't even know who I am because, child, if you were ever to ask me, Jay, is HIIT on your bingo card? I would be like, absolutely not. That's never going to be a thing that you're going to find me in. But I ended up in that space as well. So let's get into some of my favorite places and ways that I moved. First, I did lots of Pilates. I still do lots of Pilates. I would say about 2 to 3 times a week. The first place I went to was the Pilates studio of Accra. It is a Black women-owned Pilates studio, so I was really excited to patron that business. I went there a number of times and experienced Pilates, and then I also tried a Pilates studio called P4. P4 is a bigger franchise. It's not Black women-owned, sadly, but they have multiple locations, 3 at the moment, maybe 4, but 3 that I know of at the moment. And they have a variety of instructors that are Ghanaian and then some instructors that are from other places within the world. I've kind of landed there just because their instructor style is more in alignment with what I'm used to from my teachers back in Brooklyn when I was training and taking Pilates classes. So I really enjoyed that as being a part of my movement repertoire. I know that people feel very strongly about mat Pilates or reformer Pilates. I am going to be team reformer. I love reformer Pilates so much. I know why, but I feel like some of it, I don't know why. Like, it's just fun to me. Like, the reformer looks like, the this like machine that you get to get on and do cool stuff on. But I think the biggest reason why I really love reformer Pilates is because I do have arthritis in both of my knees, and it allows me to have modifications easier with like the adjustment of like the foot bar and like the stopper, so that I can change how much knee flexion I have. And so I really appreciate how I can modify and have modifications for movement, so I can get a great workout and be involved and still feel like a badass at the end of it. So yes, reformer Pilates, that has definitely continued even here in Accra, Ghana. So it's great to see their studios here for that. I am a huge patron of bodywork, massage, acupuncture, you name it. I've done it. I love it. So I was really grateful to be able to continue that here. There's a number of massage places, companies here, and there's a lot of different approaches. I tried a number of massages that were great, but the best one I had was actually with a man by the name of Mark at P4. They also have PT, they have medical massages, they have lymphatic drainage massages. I tried all of it and enjoyed it all. They also did like a myofascial release session last week, actually. So yeah, I've just been getting all of the body work done. But that massage with Mark, woo, baby, my bar is high because, you know, I'm a dancer and I've gotten a lot of body work over the years. And that was up there. Like Mark did his big one. Mark knew what he was doing. So I definitely will be getting one more of those before I leave to my next destination. So the body work part has been really cool. I hear that there's a couple of acupuncture places that are really great too. I didn't try it this time around. I don't know. I just didn't feel like I needed to. Overall, I've just been in a lot less pain. I think it's a combination of the environment, like the humidity and the heat just feels great on my joints. I was talking to a couple of friends in a chat group recently, and I was telling them that at one day, I found myself accidentally jogging downstairs, which, if you know me, or if you just have arthritis anywhere in your body, like accidentally jogging is like not a thing that ever accidentally happens for my knees, much less downstairs. So like, and it was so funny because today I was picking up a package and I was coming back up the stairs because I was like, I'm going to take the stairs today, not the elevator. I don't know. I'm just feeling adventurous. And I was like jogging and I burst out laughing because I was like, who am I right now? So the climate helps, but I also think the overall, huge decrease in stress and like cortisol levels has really helped me with inflammation. Like my body feels phenomenal, just all around. And I'll do a separate video on that because there is a lot to discuss about what happens when you are no longer in those systems and in those environments that are stressing you and disenfranchising you. Like the changes and impacts I feel in my body they're just massive. All right, let's talk about this HIIT class that I've been taking. I cannot believe, like, if I didn't have video proof of the fact that I've been in HIIT classes, I don't think anyone would believe me, because HIIT, high intensity interval training, Jalen, those don't even go in the same sentence, paragraph, page, book, like, but I have found myself in an incredible place. The community is called HIIT Me Up, which is super cute. It is in Shiashi in the neighborhood of Accra, Ghana. And it is run by, like, words don't even begin to capture how phenomenal she is, but her name is Lila. Her last name begins with a Z. I'm going to ask her for practice on the pronunciation so I don't butcher it on this web, the interwebs. But Lila, she is the one who created, founded, and runs HIIT Me Up. And it is for women only. And it is just such it's supportive, encouraging, accessible, amazing space. And like, I became addicted. Like I leave feeling like a badass, like Pilates when I'm on Reformer, but then like a different type of badass because I just did a HIIT session. Like she's phenomenal. And I remember the first time that I took the HIIT class, I was debating if I was going to go that day because my knees were bothering me. I had just danced for like a ridiculous number of hours. And so my knees were like, girl, but I was like, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go even with my knees feeling like this, because for me, I need to make sure whoever's running classes can do modifications and can make sure that I'm still being included in classes, because I have body stuff, as most people do. We have different things that our body needs. And so I know that if the instructor can do modifications, then all right, then I can stay here. So I just went as I was, and she was phenomenal at not only giving you know, modifications and different exercises that still had me fighting for my life. But she also was so encouraging and like uplifting and kept me involved in the class. And it just, yeah. So I've been addicted. So I love that community. I'm definitely gonna miss those classes. She also has HIIT Me Up Wellness, and I know she does at least one trip a year. I know the next one is coming up in April, I believe. So yeah, she just does amazing things for the community. She's had various wellness events. She collaborates with other wellness fitness people throughout the city. Like she herself, like she has her personal page of like her workouts and her strength training, and she herself is just like hashtag life goals. Basically, I'm a HIIT girly. I'm a Pilates pit princess, and I don't know, HIIT hippie doesn't quite have it. A HIIT hottie. I'm a Pilates princess and a HIIT hottie, period. I can't believe okay. So what? All right. So lastly for movement, your girl needs a gym. So for the places I've lived and I've chosen for my Airbnbs, the gym has been mandatory because I love a strength training on my own terms. I love to do mobility training, and I'm really, really working on my flexibility. Like I want to have my pancake and a straddle. I want to have beautiful right and left splits, and eventually I want my middle splits. So I'm really working on all of those things. And so I've been doing a lot of gym, and I will just say like, it feels so luxurious to be able to go and just do as long of a workout, stretch, mobility, think about life, come back to it, hydrate, come back to it, period of time that I need, and not have any like restrictions on time on it. And it just feels magical. So I've been so grateful for that. I will say, I know a lot of us that go to the gym regularly, we always cringe at this time of the year because all of the new year, new me's start coming to the gym, and then it gets super crowded. I think the hack is living abroad and staying somewhere where mostly foreigners are staying at, because the opposite has been true. I found that leading up until New Year, like it was busier, and I was getting super annoyed because people were having like video shoots of themselves in the gym, and like, do you boo? But like, if you see all the machines are taken and you're just like trying to get the shot and then you get off, like, come on. Anyways, but now that the new year has hit and the holidays have passed and like things have died down, the gym is like quiet. It's just like beautifully quiet, and it's just so exciting. So I love that. So cute little hack. If you don't want to deal with the new year, new me's at the gym, crowding your gym, move abroad. All right, so let's talk about category number 2, and that is community. So I feel like this time in this trip, community has looked very different than it has in times that I've traveled solo before. Again, I like before have done projects and have done all the sightseeing and the tourist stuff and been outside, like I've done all of the things before previous time traveling. But this trip was very, very different. Like I stated at the beginning, where I was much more chill, much more reserved, much more introspective. So community building and being a part of community has looked very different for me. And that has been something that I've kind of struggled with because, you know, I think I'm pretty firmly in the extrovert category, but I do really love my solo time to reflect and to just like recover and to just like be with me. But I am an extroverted person, and I love being with people and talking to people and like engaging in experiences and sharing that with other people. So recognizing that I needed to have more solo time this trip and being an extrovert has been something that's been a little harder for me to reconcile. But you know, it just is the nature of the thing. And, you know, I can always come back and experience things differently. But yeah, so community has been a little, I would say, slower for me to be a part of during this trip. But my main places of having community has been through the classes that I take and meeting some people. But the biggest I would say is through Exodus Summit. So I've mentioned them in previous videos, but Exodus Summit is a community of Black women who are living abroad or want to live abroad. It was created by Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow, and they have an online community through a separate app. And then they also have an annual summit where they have different themes that have a bunch of different speakers and workshops and seminars that give you tools to help you meet that goal. And so 2025s was about making more money for moving abroad. And they had people from like tax strategy seminar, to teaching abroad seminar, to creating a community online seminar. Like they just had everything. So yes, they've been phenomenal and a very huge piece and part of my, not only now being abroad, but in being able to get abroad and having the support and having the coaching to be able to make that transition. And so now, like that I am abroad, they have this amazing online community, and everyone's everywhere in the world. And so all I have to do is plug in where I'm at in the world and say, hey, I'm going to be X, Y, and Z. Who's available? Who's in town? And who wants to meet up? And I've actually connected with a number of women through that because we met up over the app. It's just really, really exciting to be a part of a community with other Black women who are doing what I'm doing. So I feel like I'm never alone completely in the process. So that's been a great part of my community, building and being a part of a community and meeting people. And what I will say is that it is my experience has been, and I do hear this from other people, so I think this might just be a thing, but my experiences, especially during the holiday season, like in Accra, it's very easy to meet people. Like people seem ready to talk and to get to know you. People are visiting from all over the world. Dirty December, the turn up, where's the plug? Where's the hot spot? Where's the party? Where's the concert? Like in general, it feels very easy to talk to people, strike up a conversation, whether I'm sitting at a coffee shop and someone next to me, we just start talking. I just recognize, again, like I said earlier, where I've been at overall is wanting to take things a bit slower. Whereas previous times, usually I'm like, let's turn up, let's go, let's meet up, let's go out to this thing, like YOLO, like very much in that pocket. So it's been interesting approaching being a part of community while here, being in such a different place this time around. But I'm grateful for it because I know that I needed to take things much slower. I will recognize that there have only been, I think only 2 Black women that I've met. Yeah, I think it's only been 2 Black women that I've met where they were traveling here and they didn't have family in Ghana, and or they were not romantically involved with somebody's son. Yeah, only 2. And yeah, so since I don't have family here and since somebody's sons are all on timeout indefinitely, I definitely feel like more of an anomaly out here in that regard. And I do feel that sometimes that, like, especially over the holiday season, I felt that more, that Accra is not as, I don't know, it's not as easy to travel as a solo woman traveler if that's the case, if both of those are the case, if you don't have a romantic interest here and or if you don't have family here. But it will be interesting to see what it's like to be here when I'm not in as like let me recover from extreme burnout state of things. So that'll be interesting to see. Okay, I do have accommodations as a category here, but I was like, I did a video about accommodations. So I'm gonna link it down below. So please click that link. I also take videos so you can like see what the accommodations look like. But yeah, accommodations, I've been very happy with my choices. I've been in 2 different Airbnbs within one complex. And I think my second one has been better, just where the location is and the ease of getting my groceries and tilapia and bankus delivered directly to me. It's easier for me to go collect it. But you can go follow that link and go see more about the accommodations. All right, so you know food had to have its own thing, right? Obviously. Overall, I will say that I noticed a major difference in how my body feels from not eating American food. Like, it is night and day. I did a previous video again where I dedicated a section to food because I love food. But I will say, like, in the US, I've always eaten very healthy as I can, like lots of fruits and vegetables. Like I cook 90+% of the time. Like I eat very healthy in ways that feel really affirming and good to my body. But I always just felt like there was something with like the produce that just wasn't producing the way that I needed to produce. And I could just tell it in my body. And there would be times that I would just feel like I don't even want to eat because it's not giving what I need food to give. And since I've been here, it just feels like night and day. Like my digestive system feels like an epic star, you know, like she's refreshed, she's rejuvenated. The fruits and vegetables, like even just the size of them, like I didn't know bell peppers were supposed to be that small. But even just the size of the fruits and vegetables is just like, oh, got it. But the flavor and the freshness, like it's night and day. Like the quality of food has been night and day. So I've really, really appreciated feeling that difference. So my fave foods, tilapia and banku still is number 1, period. It's the number 1 spot. Oh, I love it so much. Why is it so good? Actually, do I want tilapia and banku for dinner today? I will say I also really like tilapia with acheke, and I've seen like 3 different spellings for it, so I'm not gonna try to spell it out because I will give you the wrong version or some mixture of the 3 that is just all the way wrong. But it's like it reminds me of like a couscous, but it's like very well flavored. I don't know, it's like heaven in your mouth, like pretty much. So if you've ever experienced heaven in your mouth, acheke, yeah. So I like it with tilapia. It's just been delicious. What else has been my faves? I think the faves has pretty much been the same. The acheke is a new one, but like wache is up there. That is spelled Waakye. I do not spell that one. Go me. But that's like a rice and bean with the pasta, with gari, with like the sauce, the shito sauce. You can put fish on it. Some people put other stuff on it. I always get it with the fish. What else am I missing from there? But yeah, it's like delicious. Very, very filling to me, but very delicious. Indomie is like a noodle dish and you can load it up with different things. Again, I always get it with fish because I'm a pescatarian. What else? Let me look at my notes. Oh, I crave French toast here. I have never in my life craved French toast. I have no shade, no hate towards French toast. French toast is fine. Like, it's great. I also am not a person that's like, I don't do carbs. Like, I do carbs. Like, I have no beef with bread. Like, me and bread, we're good. But I've never in my life craved French toast until I got here because the bread they use is, oh my God. Why is it so good? Yeah, the French toast, this is random, because I also am heavy on, I love Ghanaian food, so I know this is very random that I'm hitting you with French toast right now, but like, fam, if you are here, please try the French toast. I will say, I don't know, I've had a lot of really good French toast. I've had Rosé Garden, which is like known for their brunch. They have a good French toast. Jamestown Coffee Shop, like their French toast. Whew. And then even like, what's it called? Elm Cafe. They have a delicious French toast. Like, it's the bread. It really is the bread. So like, yeah, I crave French toast now. Like, me talking about French toast right now means that French toast is probably going to happen for breakfast tomorrow morning. Because like, why is it so good? Last thing on the food. The spice, y'all. So, okay, I'm a little competitive and I channel it mostly for good. Mostly. But when it comes to spicy food, I take it as like a personal challenge sometimes, and that has gotten me in trouble many times in my travels, even just in the States, and like, you know, ordering spicy food from like an actual Thai restaurant and being like, they can't outspice me, like I can handle it, what's it gonna do? And then I'm in pain for several days after. Yeah, so I will say that the spice level here it can be next level. My taste buds have adjusted, but they have a green chili sauce here that I feel like I need to eat with literally everything. Like literally my mouth is watering thinking about it. I feel like I need to eat it with like every dish, like everything I have, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I need the green chili sauce as a side with eggs. Oh my gosh, with potatoes. Oh, like with rice. Oh, like literally everything. I need that green chili sauce. However, that green chili sauce makes my digestive system fight for its life. For the first 2 weeks, 13 out of the 14 days, things were moving. And it got so bad because I was trying to stay hydrated because I was trying to take dance classes and stuff, which probably should have chilled because I wasn't hydrated enough for that. But I finally went to the pharmacy because I was like, this is a problem. Like, this is really a problem. And the pharmacist was like, how long has this been going on? And I was like, 13 days. That pharmacist looked at me like I lost my mind. She was like, girl, like, so she prescribed me some stuff and we got it all together. But without fail, that green chili sauce will gather me. Do I still eat it every 48 hours? Yes. Do I always have coconut water in the fridge? Yes. It's fine. I know what to expect now, but it's delicious. So like, I'm gonna do it. I will say there's only one place that I ate at that was so spicy. I mean, we're talking top 3 spiciest things I've ever had. And I've had some spicy dishes because again, I'm competitive and I like to just like fight for my life apparently. And the description said spicy tilapia. I got a tilapia and banku and a tilapia with acheke. So I got 2 meals from one place and it said spicy. And I was just like, all right, cute. Like I've been doing spice this whole time. I will continue to do spice. Like I've adjusted, I can do spice, right? No. This one was so spicy that every part of my body that made contact with it hurt. My fingers from touching and picking it up, any part of my lips that made contact, my esophagus, my soul. Whew, I was sweating so profusely, but it was so delicious. Oh my God. The food was flavored to perfection. Like it is that probably is one of the best tilapia and bankus and tilapia and achaques I've had. Did it sear my taste buds off? Almost. I will say with the green sauce, normally, the green chili sauce, it normally takes 6 to 8 hours before my digestive system is in shambles, right? But it's fine. I know it's gonna happen. I can plan accordingly when I eat it to when the shambles is gonna happen, right? This one took 2 to 3 hours before my body was like, please stop. But the problem is I got 2 meals, so I had to do it twice. I literally was like, if I have it for an early lunch, I should be good by dinner time. Y'all, I don't recommend that. Like I should probably talk to someone about that. It was good though. That is the only dish and that is the only place that I will not try again because that was too much of a fight for my life and digestive system. But everything else, it's delicious. Like the spice is flavorful. So if you like spice, you won't like some of these things, okay? If you don't like spice, stay away from the green chili sauce. Don't do it. Okay, in terms of like hydration, I will say in the US, I hated coconut water. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I would begrudgingly do coconut water in the summertime if I was dancing a lot because I sweat just at the thought of standing. I started sweating. So I would lose a lot of fluids and like water just doesn't cut in the summertime for me. So I would do coconut water, like choke it down as fast as I can. Here, I have 6 containers of coconut water in my fridge right now. It's about to be 5 because I'm about to guzzle one. It is so delicious. I mean, they have fresh coconuts, so they literally just do-do, do-do, do-do. And there you are, hydration. Oh, the coconut water is so good here. The other thing that I drink, there's 2 other that I drink like nobody's business is a pineapple ginger juice because it is straight pineapple, straight ginger, and the pineapples here are like candy. The pineapples I've seen don't even have a core, so you just like slice it straight through. Oh my God, it's so good. So in my freezer, I put the pineapple ginger juice, so it's like a little popsicle. I don't know, it gets me really, I get really excited. And the last one is the sobolo. It reminds me of sorrel. So if you have had that beverage, you kind of know the flavor of it, but it's like hibiscus and like a tea and some like spices. I get mine with ginger because I'm obsessed with ginger. But yeah, I definitely recommend those if any of those ingredients are delicious to you, but those have been my faves. Let's talk about my favorite places to be, and they're kind of all over the place, all right? So the first one is a restaurant that has a lot of like parties and like events and DJs, and it's just a beautiful space. It's called Baah, the word T, and then Baah, B-A-A-H. It is a Black woman-owned establishment, so we love that aspect. The artwork that is on the building and throughout is gorgeous. They also make artwork out of the plants. There's a name for it that is failing me right now, but it is gorgeous. The food is delicious. The vibes are immaculate. The crowd is top tier. I've made friends randomly there. I've gone there with friends I knew from before. Baah, one of my favorite places to go. I did a vision board impromptu get together and we started at one place, actually at Jamestown, but it was like super poppin'. So we were like, let's go somewhere more chill, and ended up at Baah, and it just was like phenomenal. I like to get their iced tea, passion fruit iced tea, I believe that they have, as my little like mocktail bevy, as I just contemplate the beauty of life. Cause that's the vibe. It'll have you just like laid back, like, wow, you see the way the sunlight perseveres through the leaves of the tree. Like, it's that vibe. It very it's mad specific, but I hope you know what I mean by that. But Baah, highly recommend. Keeping it in the Black owned place, we're gonna go to Pink Flamingo. That is my favorite beach club to go to. It's Black owned, it's phenomenal. The food, they have octopus, y'all. And I know there's mixed feelings about octopus because they're supposed to be really smart and they can build their own homes, they can do all this stuff, and people are really interested in octopus. You know what else is really cool about octopus? They taste delicious. so good. And it's like, okay, pescatarian, I have to be mindful of fish that are high in mercury. I've definitely had my mercury levels elevated, and then I was forced to be basically a vegan for a long period of time, which no shade to vegans, go vegans. But like, if you didn't choose to be a vegan, like that's not cool. So I have learned my lesson. So the nice thing with octopus is that it's high protein and no mercury. So it's kind of the perfect food, and it's delicious, especially at Pink Flamingo. Oh, it's so good. They have so many good dishes, and you're just like right on the beach. It's serene, it's peaceful. The customer service is impeccable. It's just everything you could ever want. There's a pool there. It's just a vibe. It's a beautiful, beautiful vibe. So that's my other favorite place. Am I gonna go there tomorrow? All right, Salapi and Banku. What else did I say that I wanted? French toast for breakfast, and maybe I'm going to Pink Flamingo tomorrow. I don't know. All right, so let's talk about braiding. This is my first time. Sorry, I'm looking at myself. So this is my first time getting the boho look. I know a lot of people get it. I was always concerned because people are like, you have to do maintenance, and I was like, then what was the point of me getting my hair braided? But it stayed way longer than they recommended I keep. But it's fine. So Braids and Beyond, they have now 2 locations. They used to have more locations, Black owned again. The one in East Legon, they do lashes and nails and your hair. So you literally can walk in one way and walk out a brand new woman. Love that. Love that. The one in Laboni, which I've gone to, just does hair, but they do a great job. Like they just, all the styles you can imagine, and it's just beautiful, like just phenomenal, very comfortable. If you want tea, if you want coffee, if you want a bottle of something, like they give you the full experience. There's also a cafe next door, and they come to you and deliver your food. I feel like every hair place should be like that, no? Okay, staying in the Black owned pocket. Oh wait, no. This one's not Black owned. I wish it was. The owner is married to a Black woman, but so maybe she has part ownership. I don't know, y'all. But Burrow, this is a co-working space, spelled B-U-R-O period. The period is part of the spelling. It is a co-working space, just gorgeous, like just amazing. They do events. They have a outdoor space. They have 2 levels. The Wi-Fi, which is why I joined Burrow. So how do I say this? There are some things infrastructure wise in Ghana that there is room for improvement. And the Wi-Fi network situation, I would say, is not as good as it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, there was like 3 or 4 competing phone companies, and they're like, Wi-Fi and data, all of that. Now there's really only one that is known for being reliable. So that's definitely, unfortunate to see that things have shifted in that direction. And so outages are possible, especially if there's a strong storm. And so because I work remotely, Wi-Fi is non-negotiable on my days that I work. The awesome thing with Burrow is that they use a satellite for their Wi-Fi. And no, it's not that one company. They use a different brand. That company is actually their backup, which I think is hilarious. And yes, please. But their Wi-Fi is super, 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 super stable. And so I've been using that as my space to do my online work, especially when I have sessions. So yeah, you can reserve a room. I have the night shift because I'm working with clients that are on New York time. So I'm 5 hours ahead. So I do the night shift, and it's just peaceful and serene. And I reserve out my little office, and I do what I need to do, and I leave. And it's amazing. There's an app, you reserve stuff, they do printing for you. There's like so many services associated with it, the artwork and the setup and okay. I might include a video at the end of this of Burrow. We'll see how long this whole video is, just so you can see how phenomenal it is. But Burrow has been a game changer. So shout out to my friend Cass from Kukua Fitness that told me about Burrow, because I was very stressed about like the network and the Wi-Fi situation being reliable here. And that one was a whole game changer. So Burrow, period. We talked about HIIT Me Up. Do it. That's all. Okay. Where else? Okay. Talked about Jamestown, the best matcha I've had. They also have strong Wi-Fi. I will say in December it gets really, really popular. I went one time the week of New Year's, but before New Year's, and I went to the door and they were like, sorry, we're full. I was like, excuse me? It's like massive. Like the space is massive. And like they were just like, we're sorry, we're full. And they had put up extra tables too, and they were just full. So it's very popular, it gets very busy. Prior to like the Dirty December, like I would say like middle of December to New Year's, it was much calmer, and so I would go there often to do work. So yeah, Jamestown's a cute little vibe. They do breakfast really well. Their coffees, I don't drink coffee, but they have a big coffee selection, and their teas are, mwah, we live. And then, where else? Yeah, DWP dance classes, but I'm gonna talk about them as their own section because they're lit, they're amazing, they're everything. So they deserve their own section. Oh, look at my notes. The best for last, the dance scene. So here we go, the dance scene. So Ghana, good job. Like, just congratulations. Y'all are top tier. I mean, wow. So I remember 10 years ago, was it 10? Yeah, it was 10 years ago, because I've been multiple times. I can't remember if it was before then, one of my earlier trips, but I do remember 10 years ago, I danced in various places and spaces, and I remember some of the dancers were like really into hip hop, which I'm like, great, I love hip hop. Hip hop's lit. Like, obviously, I love hip hop, right? But I was like, y'all need to go all the way in on the styles that y'all do here, because ain't nobody doing this. It's top tier, it's fire. The whole world is gonna want to learn and want to know about it, right? And so it's just so beautiful to see how much space that is taking up in the dance world here. From, you know, I won't say the older ones because ain't nobody old. I'm the oldest one in dance class. I could be their mothers. But like from like the little ones are in dance class. We're talking like 4 or 5 years old, and like, you know, the grown-ups, young adults, I'll say young adults. Oh goodness, am I getting old that I'm calling them kids now? But the young adults that are teaching and like leading the dance classes, they're just like thriving and just doing an incredible job with like teaching and choreographing and performing and traveling around the world, sharing Ghanaian culture and the dances, hosting other teachers, collaborating. It's incredible to see how it's shifted and changed in just 10 years. So congratulations, because y'all doing it, and just I just hope y'all just keep going and going further and further. So it's been an honor to be able to be a student here in dance classes. So I've taken all my classes at DWP, Dance with Purpose. I'm gonna include their Instagram information so you can see what I'm talking about, because these young adults don't play. I really fought not to say kids. Whew, I'm getting old, but they don't play. Like, they are some talented beings. So DWP, they have their classes on Wednesday evenings and on Saturdays during the day. I was there both days as much as I could. And then in December, they hosted Afro Dance Culture Dance Convention, where they flew in and brought in teachers from all over the continent to teach different classes and different styles. And it was incredible. It was like 3.5 to 4 hours of dancing each day. It was a Saturday and Sunday, and then a Saturday and Sunday. And I just was like, wow, I'm so grateful that I get to be here and I get to learn from these incredible teachers. They had a dance showcase where different groups from all over performed. DWP also has locations throughout. There's actually a DWP in New York, and then they have DWP Kumasi, DWP in different areas of Ghana, and then of course the big group that's here in Accra. So it was just amazing to get to dance with them and to learn from them, and I'm so grateful. Like, that's amazing. I definitely am gonna spend the next 365 days getting ready for the next one. Cause y'all, I didn't even think I could jump anymore. Like I said, I got arthritis in my knees. Child, one of them teachers had us flying. He was like, y'all gonna fly today. He didn't say that, but like, that's what I felt like he said, because the amount of jumping, they do a great job. They have a great system going. It's a great community, very welcoming, very encouraging. I loved it. So I've been very grateful to be a student in their community, and that definitely, it was so needed. You know, living in the US, you gotta adult so hard, you know, working 4, 5, 6, 7 different jobs just to make ends meet. And I in New York always made it a point to make sure that dance took up space in my life, even if my full-time job wasn't fully that. So I'm glad I did that, but it still did not take up the space that it's been able to take up now that I'm out of the country and that I'm realigning all of the aspects of my life to truly be aligned with what I'm passionate about and what I know my purpose is. And so, yeah, like I'm getting choked up talking about it because it's like, I get to just live my dreams unapologetically. And that has just been, I don't know, healing doesn't even capture it, but it's just been so affirming and in such deep alignment. And so, yeah, they've been dance classes, but it's been so much deeper than that. So I'm so happy. Like, I'm so grateful to them. And if you are ever in Accra and you want to take classes, I highly recommend them. They do have a beginner class on Saturday. So if you're like, I don't do all that advanced stuff, like, it's okay. They have a beginner class and they're really great at breaking things down. So thank you to DWP Academy. Y'all are phenomenal. So please go check them out. Please show them lots of love, because what these young adults are doing is truly phenomenal. And, you know, especially when things are the way that they are in the world, we need artists. We need us, because through our art form, we not only create unapologetically spaces of joy, we cultivate community. We also have encoded in our art forms who we are and tools that are necessary for us to persevere through hard times, and tools that are necessary for us to dream for something better and bigger. So I think now more than ever is truly important to pour into our arts and to really, you know, protect those spaces that cultivate this level of creativity and community. So this is a longer video, but we've reached the end. There's so many other things I could talk about, and I may in the future, but in conclusion, Accra's been great to me, and I'm so grateful that I chose here as my first stop. I've deeply, deeply needed this. I've been here before, so there was a level of comfort that I already felt with here. Had a couple of contacts, so that also helped for a softer landing. But I'm just so grateful that I've had this experience. I still have a bit more time, but you know, I'm winding down before I make my next transition, and just I've really enjoyed being able to reflect on what it's been like being here. It's really been a gift. It's been great, and I have dedicated to myself, it will not be 10 years until I come back. I really would like to come each year, and just to, like, you know, experience Accra some more, to be deeper in community. Maybe the next time I come, I'll be more open to some sort of collaboration or something. But, you know, this trip, I've been real laid back, real chill. Let me be a student. Let me sleep. Let me eat. Let me lay back. And that has been so rewarding. So thank you for joining me while I reflect on 3 months of living abroad, with my first stop being here in Accra, Ghana. Please, again, subscribe, please like, and please comment anything that resonated with you, that stood out to you. If you've been to Accra before, maybe you have your own experiences that you would like to share. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.